Hello, you're watching Hornbill TV's Primetime Bulletin. I'm Naomi Higon with the headlines. After days of building tension between India and Pakistan, US President Donald Trump announced on Saturday that both countries have agreed to do a full and immediate ceasefire. Posting on Truth Social, Trump said, the Jammu and Kashmir government has announced that an ex gratia relief amount worth rupees 10 lakhs will be granted to the families of deceased who were killed in the recent Pakistan shelling amid escalated tensions post-Operation Sindoor. The government has issued an advisory to all news channels to refrain from using the Civil Defence Air Raid Sirens sound in their programs, as the sound is only used for community awareness drives, a senior amateur official said on Saturday. The International Monetary Fund approved the first review of Pakistan's economic reform program under the extended fund facility, enabling a disbursement of approximately $1 billion. Let's take a look at the news in detail. After days of building tension between India and Pakistan, US President Donald Trump announced on Saturday that both countries have agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire. Posting on Truth Social, Trump said, after a long night of talks mediated by the United States, he is pleased to announce that India and Pakistan have agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio says India and Pakistan showed prudence in agreeing to a ceasefire after a spate of deadly attacks against each other that brought them close to a broader conflict. This development comes as India has been responding to repeated drone attacks from Pakistan over the past few days, using its air defense systems to shoot them down. Earlier on May 7, India carried out major counter-terror action under Operation Sindoor, targeting terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. This was in response to deadly terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam on April 22, which killed 26 people. The Jammu and Kashmir government has announced that an ex gratia relief amount worth rupees 10 lakhs will be granted to the families of deceased who were killed in the recent Pakistan shelling amid escalated tensions between post-Operation Sindoor. Jammu and Kashmir CMO expressed grief towards the deceased and tweeted that deeply pained by the loss of innocent lives due to recent shelling from Pakistan. Government is taking every possible measure to minimize the hardship of the people. While no compensation can ever replace a loved one or heal the trauma caused to the family, as a gesture of support and solidarity, ex gratia relief of rupees 10 lakhs will be provided to families of all who have deceased. Government stand with every affected family in this hour of grief, as Pakistan forces continue to target civilian population with heavy shelling from across the border. Huge damage was witnessed to residences of locals in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri due to heavy cross-border shelling. JK Administration Services Officer Rajkumar Thaba, who was a resident of Rajouri, also lost his life in these attacks after his home was targeted due to continuous shelling by Pakistan. Heavy cross-border shelling by Pakistan caused damage to homes and religious sites in J&K's Kupwara, Uri and Poonch. Locals vowed to stand with the Indian Army despite the attacks. Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister Vijay Sharma affirmed structured action against illegal migrants in the state and said that outsiders living in Chhattisgarh should come before the police and give a clarification. Earlier, Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister Arun Sao had also said that illegal residents have been causing law and order issues in Raipur, prompting the administration to take strict action against them.
पहले इलीगल माइग्रेंट्स के ऊपर कार्रवाई हो रही थी, कुछ लोग यहाँ से बाहर भी गए थे।
अभी और होगी भैया, अभी और होगी, हम और करेंगे, इस पर और तगड़े कार्रवाई करेंगे, इस पर और स्ट्रक्चर्ड इसमें कार्यवाहियां होंगी। जो भी बाहर के हैं छत्तीसगढ़ में, उनको बड़ी स्पष्टता से मेरा कहना है कि वो पुलिस के सामने आकर के अपनी स्पष्टीकरण दें और नहीं तो छोड़कर चले जाएं।
सर, अभी तक ऑनलाइन फ्रॉड
The government has issued an advisory to all news channels to refrain from using the civil defense air raid sirens sounds in their programs, as the sound is only used for community awareness drives, a senior amateur official said on Saturday. The amateur order comes amid escalating India-Pakistan tensions and drone attacks by the latter towards Indian territory, prompting authorities to issue air raid sirens and blackouts for the safety of the public. The routine use of sirens may likely to reduce the sensitivity of civilians towards the air raid sirens, and civilians may misunderstand it as routine matter used by the media channels during the actual air raids. It went on to add that the authorities look forward for support in augmenting the civil defense preparedness in terms of Civil Defense Act 1968. Tensions between India and Pakistan reached an all-high time in years on Thursday evening after a Pakistani drone and missile attack reported from parts of Jammu, Punjab and Rajasthan was thwarted by the Indian defense systems, prompting blackout enforcement, air raid sirens in the affected cities and suspension of the Indian Premier League match in Himachal Pradesh's Dharamshala midway. Officials said that keeping up the misinformation warfare alongside 3 waves of drone and missile attacks on military and civilian targets in India, the Pakistani establishment and people backed by it have continued to spread lies, including that Indian armed forces fired missiles on Amritsar. The officials listed out a series of misinformation, half-truths and outright lies propagated by Pakistan to sow discord in India, paint itself in a flattering light and try and gain the world's sympathy. They also pointed out that measures are being taken to counter such misinformation, including with timely fact checks and visual evidence. Pakistan is running a widespread campaign full of lies targeting India, using both official channels and social media to incite communal unrest, spread false reports about military events, cause panic among Indian citizens and create international confusion regarding India's actions, an official said. Among the biggest lies being peddled by Pakistan, the official said, is the claim by Lieutenant General Ahmed Sharif Chaudhry, the Director General of Pakistan's Inter-Services Public Relations, that India fired missiles on Amritsar. Another false claim in the same vein was that India had attacked the Nankana Sahib Gurdwara in Pakistan. We'll be right back after a short break, so stay tuned for more news.
घर लाएं काम वाला सीमेंट। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट का सुपर फाइन बॉन्ड और हाई कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ बनाए घर का कोना कोना मजबूत। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट, कमाल का काम, टाइगर है नाम।
State Institute of Hotel Management Dimapur Academic Year 2025-26 निमित्ते एडमिशन शुरू होइছে। SIHM Dimapur ऑफर কৰি আছে हॉस्पिटैलिटी और होटल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन दे 3 साल लगा बैचलर्स डिग्री कुंडू NCHMCT লগত एफिलिएटेड আছে और डिग्री सर्टिफिकेट जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी न्यू दिल्ली পৰা अवार्ड কৰিব। फूड प्रोडक्शन और फूड एंड बेवरेज सर्विस लगा 1.5 year डिप्लोमा प्रोग्राम भी ऑफर কৰি আছে SIHM Dimapur SIHM Dimapur लगा मिशन दो क्वालिटी एजुकेशन और पर्सनल ग्रोथ আছে। Institute laga dedicated faculty, experienced mentors or hands-on learning environments pra students can get training diase. Itu egla nohoi yate career ke age loi jabole nimite state of the art infrastructure, top package, thaga laga bishi bhal placement, maiki mota nimite alag alag hostels or strong industry partnerships bi diase. Apni luxury resort manage koribole nohole bi cruise line de chef hobole sapna ase bole SIHM Dimapur do apni ke success koribole launch pad ase. तो नारुखीना जुल्दी कुरिबी एडमिशन खोला আছে আৰু বি जानकारी লবলে কল কৰিবি 9233895656 9863177951 day. Visit www.sihmdimapur.com.
दीवार पे कितना डैम्प है यार, पिलर में भी फ्रैक्चर।
मैं तो नाम वाला सीमेंट ही लाया था।
किसी काम का नहीं निकला।
सीमेंट सिर्फ नाम वाला हो तो घर हॉरर स्टोरी बन सकता है, इसीलिए लाएं काम वाला सीमेंट। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट का सुपर फाइन बॉन्ड और हाई कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ बनाए घर का कोना कोना मजबूत। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट, कमाल का काम, टाइगर है नाम। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट, कमाल का काम, टाइगर है नाम।
Welcome back. The International Monetary Fund approved the first review of Pakistan's economic reform program under the extended fund facility, enabling a disbursement of approximately $1 billion. India, however, firmly opposed providing funds to a country that continues to sponsor cross-border terrorism, warning that such support carries reputational risk for global institutions and undermines international norms. In a post on X, the IMF said IMF board approved the first review of Pakistan's economic reform program under the EFF, enabling a disbursement of $1 billion, reflecting strong program implementation, which has contributed to continuing economic recovery. India abstained from the recent IMF vote on approving a loan to Pakistan, not due to a lack of opposition, but because IMF rules do not permit a formal no vote, sources added. Further, New Delhi conveyed its strong dissent within the constraints of the IMF's voting system and used the opportunity to record its objections formally. India also questioned the effectiveness of ongoing IMF assistance, noting that Pakistan has received support in 28 of the past 35 years, including 4 programs in just the last 5, without meaningful or lasting reform, and highlighted the Pakistani military's continued dominance in economic affairs, which undermines transparency, civilian oversight and sustainable reform.
Give loan to Pakistan, sir?
Well, it is extremely unfortunate because the money which goes to Pakistan does not go for the development of the people of Pakistan. It goes towards strengthening and augmenting these terror networks, which then are used to create mayhem in the entire region. And so therefore the sympathy, quote unquote, of the International Monetary Fund towards Pakistan is clearly unwarranted, because they obviously are being deliberately oblivious.
While India's S-400 defense system has proved to be a successful weapon in replying to Pakistani drone and missile attacks post-Operation Sindoor, there were some news reports which claimed damage to it amidst the ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan. However, the Indian defense officials have cleared the air regarding the claims and have termed them as baseless. News reports of destruction or any damage to S-400 systems are baseless, fake news, defense officials said in their statement. Debunking claims of Pakistani propaganda, India showed time-stamped images of Indian air bases undamaged. Wing Commander Vyomika Singh said on Saturday, Pakistan has attempted to execute a continued malicious misinformation campaign with claims of destruction of the Indian S-400 system, destruction of airfields at Surat and Sirsa. India unequivocally rejects these false claims being spread by Pakistan, she added.
See the normalcy and these airport stations. This is Sirsa, Suratgarh. The runways are intact. They are also time just notice they are also time stamped. This is today. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Colonel Qureshi. Thank you, Wing Commander Singh. I just have a few points to make in closing. First of all, as you...
In a swift and calibrated response, Indian Armed Forces carried out precision attacks only on identified military targets. These included technical infrastructure, command and control centers, radar sites and weapon storage areas. Pakistan military targets at Rafiqi, Murid, Chaklala, Rahim Yar Khan, Sukur and Chunya were engaged using air-launched precision weapons from our fighter aircraft. Radar sites at Pasroor and Sialkot Aviation Base were also targeted using precision munitions. While carrying out these responses, India ensured minimum collateral damage. Pakistan has also attempted to execute a continued malicious misinformation campaign with claims of destruction of Indian S-400 system at Adampur, destruction of airfields at Suratgarh and Sirsa, BrahMos base at Nagrota, RT gun positions at Dehrang and Chandigarh Forward Ammunition Depot, with heavy damages to other military stations being propagated on social media. India unequivocally rejects these false narratives being spread by Pakistan.
We'll take another short break, so stay tuned.
घर लाएं काम वाला सीमेंट। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट का सुपर फाइन बॉन्ड और हाई कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ बनाए घर का कोना कोना मजबूत। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट, कमाल का काम, टाइगर है नाम।
इंडिया दे फूड वेस्टेज तो बिशी डांगर दरकार आसे। बिशी मानु रातिते बात ना खाई किना घुमा भी आसे। अमिखान कुंबा खोताते ध्यान रखिले एनवायरनमेंट और दूसरा मानु के मदद करिबोले पारिबो। अमिखान इतु छोटा खोता के ध्यान रखिले एकता रिस्पांसिबल ईट राइट सिटीजन होबो। किमान लागे इमान ही किनिबी। फूड वेस्टेज न होबो कारणे कमटी सर्विंग्स ही लुबी। खाना बची जाइले ना फेलाबी और पर्यटक बचिया खाना तो अलग सब्जीते भी चुलाबी। दाल चना और अलग सुका खाना तो हवा न जाबोले लगा दबाते रखिबी। पत्ता सब्जी फ्रूट्स दूध दही खान तो खुदाई फ्रिज ते रखिबी। बची जा खाना तो आसपास लगे मानु खान के दी दिबी। और आखिरते पत्ता सब्जी फ्रूट्स खान तो रिसाइकल करिकिना खाद बनाबी।
Every day goes through 136 quality checks, giving you a thick and tasty, perfect cup of tea. No wonder Nestle Everyday is your #1 choice.
दीवार पे कितना डैम्प है यार, पिलर में भी फ्रैक्चर।
मैं तो नाम वाला सीमेंट ही लाया था,
किसी काम का नहीं निकला।
सीमेंट सिर्फ नाम वाला हो तो घर हॉरर स्टोरी बन सकता है, इसीलिए लाएं काम वाला सीमेंट। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट का सुपर फाइन बॉन्ड और हाई कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ बनाए घर का कोना कोना मजबूत। ब्लैक टाइगर सीमेंट, कमाल का काम, टाइगर है नाम।
Welcome back. Tibu Sultan, a resident of Gobindapur in Gachar, who went missing 7 years ago due to his intellectual development disorder, has finally been reunited with his family. According to reports, living a nomadic life, he had crossed over to Bangladesh. After relentless efforts by his family and the filing of a missing person report with the assemblies, his whereabouts were traced through a lead. Over the past year, negotiations between the Indian and Bangladeshi administrations facilitated his return, and on Thursday, Tipu was brought back to India through the Sultargandi border. The BSF and Kadikora police received him, with border police in charge Sub-Inspector Ajmal Hussain Laskar playing a crucial role. The reunion with his brother Badrul Haq Laskar and other family members at Kadikora police station was an emotional one, and the family shared their joy by distributing sweets.
Kadikora border in charge Sub-Inspector Ajmal Hussain Laskar যে মানুষজন এক বছৰৰ পৰা করসপন্ডেন্স চলি আছে তার পিছত কনফার্ম হওয়ার পিছত আজি আমি বাংলাদেশ আইসিপি দারকান্দির পৰা তাক মই টেক ওভার করে লৈ আহিছোঁ। এইটোত এটা জিনিস পরিষ্কার ক্লিয়ার হল যে আমার ভারতবর্ষ আর বাংলাদেশের যেটো সম্পর্ক যেটো সেইটো এটা ভাল এইটো যেটা সম্পর্ক সেইটো হেৰি হল ভাল বস্তু। তো মেইন কথাটো হল এইটো এটা মেন্টাল মানুহ তার মানে মাথা তখন বিকৃতি হৈ আছিল। তাক যেটো মই ইন্টারভিউশন কৰি পাইছোঁ এই মাথাৰ এটা প্ৰব্লেম আছিল, সেইটো কাৰণে সি গম পোৱা নাই ক'ত গৈ আছে। তাৰপিছত বাংলাদেশে সেইটো কনফাৰ্ম কৰিছে। তাৰপিছত মোৰ লগত করসপন্ডেন্স হৈছে আমাৰ অসমৰ আসাম পুলিচৰ লগত। তাৰপিছত কনফাৰ্ম হোৱাৰ পিছত সেইটো আইডেন্টিফাই হ'ল যে আমাৰে মানুহ। তো এতিয়া সেইটো কনফাৰ্ম হোৱাৰ পিছত সেইটো আমাৰ হেণ্ড অভাৰ কৰিছে।
মানুহজন কিমান দিন বাংলাদেশত আছিল?
লগভগ 7 বছৰমান হৈছে।
Former diplomat KB Fabian said on Friday that the war between India and Pakistan has already begun. However, stated that it was not a full-scale war, since in that case it has to involve ground troops and tankers. Speaking on Pakistani leadership, he said the leadership in Pakistan, both at the levels of civilian government and army, is insecure, and an insecure leadership doesn't act rationally.
War has already begun. Is it a full-scale war? I will say no. A full-scale war would involve ground troops, tanks. So as of now, it is mainly the Air Force on either side that is active. Maybe there has been some action by the Navy too, but basically it's the Air Force. Now, there was an opinion in India that after Operation Sindoor, Pakistan being the weaker party, weaker GDP-wise, weaker militarily, and weaker diplomatically, and weaker also what the Chinese have a concept of comprehensive state power. That includes the stability of the leadership also. And as we know, the leadership in Pakistan, both at the level of the civilian government and even more importantly at the level of the military, meaning primarily the army, the leadership is insecure. So there was a opinion in India that they will not retaliate. But what we have to understand is that an insecure leadership does not always act rationally, calculating the costs and benefits.
That's all for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.